nobody dies. You transit from one vehicle to other. God is everywhere. It is not in one body. So if he is in one body, then he cannot be everywhere. Happiness comes in giving and sharing and nurturing, tithing, blessing, healing. You don't need to add salt to food. The sodium required to you is available in nature through vegetables and fruits. And fruit diet is a God diet. At least one must have one meal fruit diet, whole fruit diet. If 1,000 people practice, 1,000 children practice for 10-15 years, maybe at least 10 will become geniuses.
All of this that you have mentioned.
Specifically Super Brain Asana for children. Who am I? I am the soul, through the incarnated soul, come into these bodies. For the purpose of the divine, in the process, I, the soul, will evolve.
Do you think we are manifesting it the right way? Have you understood manifestation rightly?
Energy follows thought. A thought repeatedly held with certainty will manifest physically, good or bad.
So what is YPV, Yoga Prana Vidya, and how is it different from pranic healing?
You see, for example, the pranic healing is an energy healing system. Yeah, people ask also about Reiki. It's an earlier energy system. They use both touch and not touch. They use symbols. In this, it is systemized into a proper manner to heal. It started from the time from Yogi Ramacharaka, about 125 years back. Then it is evolved to a very finer stage by the pranic healing guru, Master Chogoksai.
You are his disciple?
And I am one of the senior disciple of Master Chogoksai. But we have formed into another organization after he transited physical level. We have formed integrated Yoga Pranadha system. Status quo is not acceptable. We have to, for the purpose of integration, we have to add additional exercises, additional breathing, diet issues. Yeah.
Why is the status quo not accepted?
Everything is subject to change. Now you have to improve based on science. Like we have introduced our own diet based on scientific validation.
What is it like? Example?
Like for example, we don't use salt. Salt kills.
You guys don't eat food with salt at all?
No. We promote no salt food because salt is the number one killer. You want to study about salt kills? You go to the site saltkills.com. All scientific evidence is there.
Oh. So
I'll put it this way, if I love somebody, maybe my family member, maybe my friend, if I really love somebody, what should I do? I should do all that which improves my health. I should drop all that which drops my health. That is love. Because I am available for that person whom I love for as long as possible. And I do not become burden for that person. By maintaining my own health and happiness, I take priority. Salt is the number one killer. Scientific evidence is there. You don't need to add salt to food. The sodium required to you is available in nature through vegetables and fruits. And fruit diet is a God diet. At least one must have one meal fruit diet, full fruit diet.
Okay.
So we integrated this. We integrated additional breathing techniques, which were actually very strongly used during pandemic because people's lungs were affected.
What was that, sir?
We have rhythmic yogic breathing first. That's a fundamental breathing. Then there's something called complete breath to use little more lung capacity.
How to do that? Example?
That you inhale belly out, further fill the middle portion of lungs, further expand chest and fill the upper portion of lungs. That's called complete breath. And there's a cleansing breath. You exhale with certain force to revive the lost lung capacity. So there is something called complete breath, cleansing breath. There are few more breathings we introduced based on the requirement, apart from rhythmic yogic breathing.
So all of this should be done under guidance, or we
have given tracks for this. Under guidance also can be done. We have simply given a track, you put the track and do it. So we have given rhythmic yogic breathing, forgiveness sadhana, super brain asana to balance left and right hemispheres of the brain.
What is that?
Super brain asana.
Super brain asana.
To balance the left brain, which is logical brain, with the right brain, which is the intuitive brain, which improves your physical health, brings you into alpha state, calm state of mind. Yeah, strengthen the immune system also.
How to do this super brain asana?
Very simple. You hold your right earlobe, acupressure point is there. This affects your left brain, and thumb out.
Oh.
This one, connect tongue to the upper palate. I told you energy circuit.
Ah.
Face east and squat 14 times. Inhale down, exhale up.
अरे ये तो स्कूल में बस की
It is not punishment, it is to activate the brain and balance the brain. And also strengthen the body. And also came to bring you to calmness. If one practice has, as per my understanding, Dirgha Kala Nirantarya, all practices must be done for long time every day. That's called Abhyasa by Yogi Patanjali. Dirgha Kala Nirantarya.
Wow.
And also you perform good service. And also detached. These are covered by him. Dirgha Kala Nirantarya, if you practice this 10 years, 15 years, if 1,000 people practice, 1,000 children practice for 10, 15 years, maybe at least 10 will become geniuses.
All of this that you have mentioned.
Specifically super brain asana for
Oh.
children. And along with that, if they do breathing and forgiveness and weekly philanthropist meditation.
What is philanthropist meditation, sir?
That is blessing the earth from the heart,
Oh.
human love, then from the crown, divine love, then from heart and crown,
So basically it's a guided meditation.
guided meditation. After that, you let go into stillness. You have used the word stillness. Na? Where does the stillness lie? You ask the question. First, you have to come to certain level of calmness, emotional balance. Then rise up. The stillness lies between two words or mantras. Stillness lies between the inhalation and exhalation and inhalation. When you have come to in dhyana, yeah, you are getting my point. Stillness lies between one thought and another thought when you have come out of all thoughts.
Wow.
Gap. So the stillness lies in the gap. When you come to stillness, you know consciously that you are part of the divine. You are this Purusha. You are this Parabrahman from where Purusha and Prakriti both come. In stillness. So getting into stillness, how to get into stillness? In philanthropist meditation. After you have blessed the earth from heart and crown and from both. So when you have aligned heart and crown and blessed, then you chant a mantra or a word or a sound of bell. We use Om. People can use Amen. Amen. Between two words is the gap. Having come to that stage, or a purified strength and your consciousness lifted up, important point is to come to that gap. In the calmness, you find stillness. In stillness, know your true nature, that is you are part of the divine spark or Paramatma or Adi Atma. And finally, you are one with God and one with all. God is everywhere. It is not in one body. So
That was
if
my
he is in one
question.
body, then he cannot be everywhere.
So it's the energy which is
It is
inside me,
consciousness.
inside you,
God
inside.
is there. Yes, everywhere. So now this point is very important. In stillness, you know true nature for even a short while. So as you keep doing, keep coming to stillness, you experience that nature, and one day you get liberated. Yeah. You come back, you perform better. When you come back, naturally you have got divine guidance, divine protection, divine power. You do something good, you utilize your time optimally, you be happy. Yeah, why people are not happy? Because they are wasting time. They know they are wasting time. Then how can they be happy? Happiness comes in giving and sharing, nurturing, tithing, blessing, healing.
Like you said, it's a very simple formula.
Yes,
Keep your energy or your emotional state in a higher level
yes.
by forgiving and by having, meditation is one tool, and walking
Rhythmic
away,
breathing.
rhythmic breathing, and
Maintain your health and happiness. So without happiness, you cannot maintain good health. Psychosomatism will come. And without forgiveness, you cannot maintain higher emotion.
You have to let go.
Yes.
You have to-
Ultimately, we have to teach people at least breathing. So, when I am talking about these techniques, we are teaching the Super Vinasana, for example,
Mm.
rhythmic breathing, forgiveness sadhana, yeah, exercise and planetary peace meditation to the children. Meditation 12 years plus once a week, and below 12 years from lower age, Super Vinasana, rhythmic breathing, forgiveness sadhana, we are getting it done in schools. And all these components are there in our YPV Sadhana app, free for public in multiple languages.
So there's an app, there's a
There are
website.
multiple languages. We have released it already. And our volunteers go and teach this in schools free.
Oh,
And we give incentive to our volunteers.
incentive as in?
Though whosoever goes and teaches, he spends his time and effort. Na? Based on how many schools they visit, how many places they do, we monthly incentive we give. There are some people who generate income out of that incentive.
So people who are watching this can also come here as volunteers?
They have to learn Yoga Prana Vidya. They have to become healers. They have to document 25 cases. They will be considered as associate certified healers. They can claim incentives. There is a provision for it. And we have a MOU with Karnataka government to teach this in schools.
Meaning? Now,
Memorandum
in
of understanding with
state
Karnataka
or
government. In this state, in
CBSE?
this state, we already have a MOU. We are teaching this into the trainers who teach scouts and guides. In Karnataka, even outside also we started. So we are doing this as service. Because you invest on children,
You're investing in your
they our
country's
future.
future.
And if they do really, some people do it, it will. We have already research paper that improvements have taken place by this practice of sadhana app. Yeah, some of the research papers are there. So this is one aspect. And finally, it comes to when somebody is in a difficult condition, he is not able to exercise, not able to follow instruction, he is in certain condition. We can modify the person's energy body by a trained healer. So one has to learn it.
So now to the world who are already experimenting with pranic healing or Reiki or traditional yoga.
Yes.
So how different is Yoga Prana Vidya from all of this?
Yes. Yoga Prana Vidya is an integrated holistic system.
Like you said,
We have
God, food.
integrated proper physical exercises, proper breathing exercises as required for health.
Physical exercises like?
And proper forgiveness sadhana.
Mm-hmm.
We have integrated. And we have systematized our healing process. We have created our proper tracks for our students who are in YPV. So yoga means union. This planetary peace meditation takes you to union. So that your aura is subtler, bigger, denser. Three aspects of the aura. Subtler by meditation. By breathing also it becomes little subtler, but meditation more subtler. By breathing also bigger, but meditation more bigger. But denser it is more by breathing. Subtler, denser, bigger. The components can be forgiveness, breathing, meditation, and finally healing. So
We're all doing it so wrong. We all get angry. We don't forgive,
is okay.
forgive easily.
but we have to understand the causes. So we are trying to address the causes. Now, we are complementary. Pranic healing or YPV is complementary to the modern medicine or other allopathy or homeopathy or Ayurveda or any other system.
It's not a replacement.
Complementary includes both. Complementary means it goes along with it, it goes by itself also.
Yeah.
It includes alternative also. Yeah. And one important thing is that we are thinking of healing people who are affected. That is one component. More important is that prevent the people getting into disease by preventive method.
All of
This is the
this.
preventive method. YPV sadhana app component is preventive. Yeah. Even healing self and others is preventive method also can be done. You maintain your energy body, you maintain your breathing, you'll be all right.
Mm.
So very essential, everybody must learn. There are 3 levels of Yoga Prana Vidya. One level, 2 days, about 15 hours. You learn the energy science, chakras, meridians, how to clean, how to energize, how to balance the chakras.
Oh.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
It's a
good-
live thing, or it's right there on the app? You can
No,
sign
no, no,
in?
no. You have to attend class.
Oh, it's a
Workshop.
live
Workshop.
thing, live workshop.
We have a option to go online also, but we have to learn. The level
So to
2.
come to your
Come to any of our trainers. There are so many trainers now.
yes
Yeah.
centers.
200 trainers are there. And second level, chronic ailment treatment requires using the properties of color prana.
Meaning,
That means white light has many colors now. Every color has different properties. Yeah.
like they say, no, orange is yellow is solar plex,
That not that way,
root
but
is brown.
we look into in terms of increasing something, reducing something. What?
Oh,
Activating and inhibiting. So we use different colors based on the situation.
how is color and healing connected, sir?
You know it. We know the. For example, very simple. Red is activation. क्या बोला?
Red activation,
Blue inhibition.
blue is inhibition.
Yes. We teach you how to generate a red or blue. And green is cleansing, for example.
Through your pranic healing.
Yes, by healing method we teach how to generate and how to clean, remove the disease energy and give the fresh energy. You are a channel for energy. You are in an ocean of energy. Okay. So that teaching is level 2, had to handle serious chronic ailments. Then that is again 2 days. One day we teach you psychological functions and psychological healing.
Mhm.
All chronic ailments, all serious psychological addiction, compulsions, relationships are covered there. Yeah, that is psychology healing. To balance your emotional body, mental body, and do it in the third level healing. So all people dealing with family members, dealing with patients, all must learn up to YPB level 3. Life will change.
So, is
Because
it-
the situations are happening in the world.
so through this you can handle yourself. You can handle basic ailments like once I learn this, can I deal with asthma, migraine? I think I read a story wherein you had migraine attack continuously, and that's
I
how.
actually came into this because for decades I was a migraine patient.
Oh yeah.
And when I came into this system, I pointed out what all to be done if I get a migraine. I listed the protocol, how to go about. I did level 1, level 2, level 3 and listed a protocol. And I started breathing properly. I started healing people. Yeah. I used to get migraine at least thrice a year for a week to 10 days.
Oh.
For almost 3 decades. In 1995 January, my wife commented, last 1 year he did not get migraine. I forgot about migraine only. She noticed for 1 year he has not got migraine. I have not done any treatment for migraine for myself. By healing others, my energy body underwent change. I was healed. So
By
law of karma is
healing-
understood there.
By healing others,
My energy body got changed, like meditation. Healing is a meditation.
the heal
In
you have
motion.
to,
I'm healing, I'm connecting up, invoke for the blessings. I'm removing this energy, giving energy. My energy system is used for positive energy channeling, and my energy body become positive. I came out of my ailment. I never ever healed for migraine, for myself. So, having seen this, and having seen very serious, see sometimes energy body healing, very serious ailment also people can come out.
like example, the toughest you've healed.
Toughest of the things like amputation, for example.
Oh, amputation,
Yes, preventing, helping people to come out of requirement of amputation.
like gangrene.
Yes, gangrene, yes.
Serious.
Yes, there are documented cases.
What's the percentage, success percentage, sir?
Wherever we have handled, we put multiple healers into place. And whichever case has actually come to us, we have been able to heal.
Because I have a
Yeah.
friend whose mother.
And they have to follow
yeah.
instruction guidelines. And
Like
serious
guidelines, like what?
They must also do breathing. They must take right diet. They must do forgiveness.
All of this you're saying.
Yes, we will make them do this YPB sadhana components.
Together, your body only has to act as
So
a
ultimately,
channel.
the patient has to learn.
Magic won't happen.
Magic will happen, help is there, but you stop healing, the things will reverse unless they learn the lesson. Address the causes.
Root cause.
Yes. So every patient of ours becomes empowered in the process, and he becomes a healer. That's the beauty of our Yoga Prananda system. Every serious patient become a healer. Ultimately, 70 to 80% of them become healers.
Wow. Because I've seen, they've tasted it.
Yeah. So they will also follow it, and they follow guidelines. When somebody thinks is serious, you take help always. See, the body gets sick. It's a very common phenomena because it undergoes change. We don't want to live forever. As long as we live healthy and happy, and perform to the last moment.
Radha by Rapid Rashmi. It's my very own sari brand, born from stories, culture, and the love we all share for the timeless drapes. Sari handpicked with care, every color chosen with emotion, every collection is crafted for women who wants credibility, affordability, and absolute uniqueness. So in this, I'm asking few doubts of the public.
Yeah.
Does cancer,
Huh.
these kind of terminal illness, there's always a debate.
Yes.
Does the alternate medicine system, pranic healing and all of that, is that 100% effective? What is your experience in your journey, sir?
The latest 126th research paper which has come, one of our healer with less than 1 year of experience, we have learned all the healing levels, even advanced techniques, has successfully healed a 4th stage cancer, published in a Q2 journal.
Oh, wow. 4th stage.
Yes,
What is Q2 journal, sir?
Q2 means the Q1, Q2, first 25, that first 20%, top 20% journal. You see, well documented medical reports, documentation, physical condition. They've appreciated this case. I'm just telling you, any difficult case also can be healed provided the person follows instruction guidelines.
What is the
Ca-
timeline that I should be looking at, sir?
These things can happen maybe in 9 months, 10 months, 1 year. Complete remission has taken because you need that much report also. Na?
So here I'm just seeing papers, okay, research papers. Suddenly I'm opening some random pages. Here I can see successfully healing treatment of kneecap, patellar, dislocation of a teen female patient using Yoga Prana Vidya
Yes.
system. So it's a surgery case report. There's a QR code here.
Yeah.
So this is available online. People,
Online. You can get the healer also who has done it.
So this is for people to get their hope in place and
Yes.
then they can try.
Simply search YPV research.
Yeah.
You'll get all the papers from our yogapranita.com site. So
Urinary fistula is here. I'm just seeing what else is
I
coming
will tell
here.
only one concluding statement here. Any disease can be healed, but every person may not be healed.
What do you mean by that?
The person has to be receptive, follow instruction, guidelines apart from healing for serious cases. If they're not ready to forgive, not ready to breathe, I will not do this, not undertake any dietary changes, not ready to exercise. So, very difficult. As they improve, they have to follow certain guidelines. They have to address the causes also. So, they have to align with us properly. So, that handshake has to take place between the healer and patient. He will heal. So, not all are receptive for their own reasons.
Why you think?
Some people don't want to forgive. They say that I cannot forgive.
Any tips on how you can help people to forgive?
So
Because
bring them into a group. Bring them into healing camps. We conduct healing camps in our YPV ashram.
how often?
Any around the year, except for 1 or 2 months where we have a common program.
You
our,
log into the website,
our healers,
Hmm.
our trainers can bring the team of patients and heal in the ashram. In a combined environment, group environment, they get healed very fast. And dramatic results come and fast results come.
So for people who are watching here looking for quick tips,
Yes.
ghar se what all can they try to forgive?
They can do rhythmic yogic breathing, forgiveness sadhana, planetary peace meditation. Those who can do super Brahmasana can do it. Yeah. Connect to one of the online sessions, 7:15 a.m.
Morning.
morning or 1 p.m. Morning session is 1 hour 15 minutes. 1 p.m. is 35 minutes. Evening 6:30 is 1 hour. apart from these sessions, we have a guided divine group healing for 15 minutes every day at 10 a.m. free, in which we also sit every day. We in the ashram sit, all our trainers sit, we request all the patients sit that time, we do group channeling of healing, activating the crown, bringing the divine energy. Now I'll tell you the point. When your crown is activated, peace and bliss and oneness is being experienced. This crown chakra connect to the buddhic plane, intuitional plane, also is part of the energy body, pranamaya kosha. So what happening there will come down here.
Oh.
That energy comes down. That is bringing heaven on earth. You bring that energy down here into your energy body and through energy body to the physical body. So this is divine healing. So we make people sit and we guided the track for divine healing.
Sir, I'm going
For
to ask
15
a
minutes.
controversial question here.
Yeah.
I think India has seen mysteries in all times. Some, there are healers wherein just with the touch, there are people who've just healed people. So you're saying these are the people who have access to that plane
Yes.
and they have channelized that and hence they heal?
Yes. We are trying to create a group by which this can happen. So people sit at the time and heal others also, heal themselves also, get the group effect, and there are 2 research papers on this group healing.
Yeah?
Yes. One is empirical, one corporate company we have healed through this group healing in the night.
In the night?
We had a special session at 10 p.m. and did it.
Got it.
Because they were not available at 10 a.m. session. We made
I
it.
asked because is there some a timeline has got to do something with the result or what? Was a doubt.
Nothing. Anytime we can do it. That is the time I fix for everybody. Morning 10 a.m. So all our healers sit at that time. 15 minutes. Normally people in offices also do this because people take break also. 15-minute tea break.
So a person like me, like I'm an entrepreneur with 2-3 companies. I have my media house, I have my sari brand. Of late I've realized, there is so much always on the plate. I just go mad at times and, the lower energies come out into play. Suddenly I might lose my cool or my expectation is different. So for people like us watching you right now, give us a grounding tool every single day one has to follow. Apart from all of this you have mentioned.
Yes. You see, I'll tell you one thing. Getting into lower emotion and anger is very normal depending on the situations happening around. But we should lift up again. Number 1. For example, a person A is practicing. He gets angry 10 times a day. A week of practice of these techniques, he will get angry 5 times a day. He practices more of these techniques and meditation, he may be getting angry 2 times a day. By the time 3 months is passed, he may get angry once in a week. It does not mean he does not get angry at all.
It's bound to happen.
The frequency gets reduced and it becomes a rare phenomenon. Even Paramahamsa gets hurt. He has to remember to forgive and learn the lesson and lift up.
Ramakrishna Paramahamsa.
Any Paramahamsa for that matter.
Uh-huh.
Because they are subject to the condition sometimes. But what is interesting is that they remain in that state 90% of time. I'll put it not 100%. The perfect state is nirvana, connecting to the divine spark or avyakt. Yeah, Adi Atma, the Paramatma. So if you get to there, then you have come out of the requirement, coming to your buddhi, then mahat. Beyond mahat is avyakt. So getting into avyakt is called what you call nirvana. Whether in Buddhism or whether in any other system, that is the state of liberation, Jivan Mukta. So these people are little more than Paramahamsa, called Asekas. Asekas, 5th initiates, holy masters.
So, like layman, you must have heard, we always have the habit of Uparwala. There is something, somebody is watching
Upparwala.
us. हाँ.
You are only are your upper wala. I'll make three things clear here. I said you have to self-recollect that I am the soul through the incarnated soul came into the lower vehicles for the purpose of divine. In the process, I evolve. Other thing is 3 times breathing. He asked me what must do. At least 1 time forgiveness. At least 3 times ppm in a week. If you can't do every day. 20 minutes, 15 minutes meditation. So this much anybody do, slowly will come out of this 10 times anger in a day to 1 time in a week. That's a great achievement. Yeah.
Wow.
This is what is required to happen. So it is bound to happen. You see, you go to medical school, medical college, you become a doctor. 90% of them maybe. Same way 90% of them become engineers who go to engineering college. Our Yoga Prana is at higher level, Arhat Yoga is there. You get into a system of meditations, all meditations and purification. More important is purification and meditations. Over a period of 20 years, one can become Paramahamsa. 90% of the time, consciousness in the intuitional plane.
That person is called as Paramahamsa.
Yes, he will become that. He may get still angry, that I told you, once in. But he will pull back there. He will not remain lower for longer. So if you are in higher, you cannot be easily triggered. Yeah, it is like you are in higher state, the lower cannot affect you. But you can help the lower people. So we have to develop certain number of these people, full arhats and Paramahamsas, who will lift people up to bring peace on earth. So that is our aim.
You are one of them.
They are all our trainers of that. We have developed them so that the system must continue. These 125, 150 people we are talking about, we have developed them after 3-4 years of practice. And after shown their efficacy, we have trained them in-house in the ashram for 1 year.
Oh.
So that the future continues.
Mm.
So such people, 125 we have developed already, were there. So half of them succeed, peace will come on earth sooner than later.
So what's the qualification for somebody to be a healer? What do you all see in them?
Anybody who can read and write above 14 years can be a healer. Now you question, what about people who can't read and write? If somebody can make a curry, healing is easier than making a curry. Learning healing. Ultimate reality is most important things are very simple to learn.
So a lot of them have given me invitation to be a healer. Come, they've used this word also because you're always in public eye. You're exposed to Nazar, all of that. So
Yes.
firstly, I want to ask you, is Nazar real?
Yes.
What is
Nazar
Nazar?
means what? Somebody's thought, somebody's
Good, bad, or whatever
good, bad,
thought is coming.
somebody's inherent jealous. And these things, love and jealous, all these things are two sides of the same coin, comes from the people around you only. Our own people. Unknowingly also, knowingly also. Not without intention also. So you must keep your aura clean and forgive and just move forward.
How to keep that aura clean? Before we started this,
Yeah.
you basically had a spray that had some
I use
alcohol.
this, the spray is to just cleanse existing etheric condition. And or use salt water to wash. That takes out the etheric condition. Etheric hygiene. Energy
Sir, I've
hygiene.
seen some healers, they keep doing this.
Yeah, they remove some disturbance energy and throwing, but anyway.
What is that, sir?
Because they are very sensitive. Some of the healers are sensitive. They go to some place, the etheric condition affects them. So they remove it and throw.
Like what? How do they know that there is something affecting them? Does
Because
the
they are
body
so
temperature
sensitive in the energy
change?
body. They are sensitive in their energy body. They can feel the grosser energy,
Like the dense energy.
dense energy or grosser
Connect-
energy.
Mhm.
Some contamination. You see, a place may be perfectly clean, like a corporate house, but they may be full of stress. physically clean, but ethically and emotionally not clean.
Mm-hmm.
So their requirement for them to do forgiveness and meditation, breathing there. Everywhere it is required. This is a necessity of the hour to lift into higher emotion, to boost immunity,
By doing all of
to
this.
improve interpersonal relations. Ultimately, we must know what we want actually. Who am I? I am the soul. Through the incarnated soul, come into these bodies for the purpose of the divine. In the process, I, the soul, will evolve.
This is like an affirmation mantra.
Yes.
You should remember.
And there are 3-4 truths I'll tell you on this. The first fundamental truth is I am the soul, pure, in the process of evolution. And this manifested world gives the opportunity for evolution. So I should not look down into these conditions or this body as negative. Yeah, the body is transient, not permanent, but it's most precious thing on earth. There is nothing more precious than a physical body of a human being on earth. And in helping a human soul using the body is the highest service one can do. Okay. And so is every soul. Not only I am the soul which is eternal, every soul is eternal. And the third most important thing is a demystified thing, not really digestible easily, is I am my own Vidata.
I am my own destiny, a giver.
Yes, giver of destiny, everything is me, only no separate one giving me destiny. I only create my destiny.
Wow.
Yes. So don't blame anyone. There are two important things to learn. For every difficult situation, maybe I have to learn something, that's why the situation comes. I have only created a condition for my situation. I am and only I am is responsible for every difficult situation. I need to learn something, I need to forgive. Second, opposite aspect of it. Again, I am is responsible for every good situation, but apart from I am, many are responsible for my good situation, including parents, teachers, the solar god, Mother Earth, at least. These are all physically supported you. So, since my good condition is not only because of me, but also because of all others, I must live with attitude of gratitude and count on blessing.
So, observation here. Why is that when it is good, we should give credit to us as well as the rest of the world? And why, in terms of bad things, it is just me who's responsible?
The God loves you. He doesn't want to land in trouble. You would land in trouble because of your own learning requirement. So are our parents and the gurus. They want you to rise.
So, you are alone in learning.
Yes,
in
you
difficult
learn.
times.
So they are facilitating learning process. So you don't blame anybody. Now here comes law of karma. As I sow, I reap. What?
As I sow,
I reap.
I reap.
So based on law of karma, what I should do? Now you are asked, what should I do? One important thing must learn is, in every situation, I must follow golden rule. One is do golden rule, one is don't golden rule. Anybody comes to me, I'll tell this. What is do golden rule? Do to others what you want others to do to you. Now people say, yes, I am doing. But do not ignore if somebody in difficult condition is in front of you. What you expect to be done to you if you are in the same difficult condition is what you do. Don't ignore. In doing so, you create an entitlement to be helped when you come into that condition, or you create such entitlement that you may not come into that condition at all in future. That is do golden rule. What is don't golden rule? Do not do to others what you do not want others to do to you. Now, if I understand law of karma, as I sow, I reap. If I am being cheated, the person cheating me is not responsible. I have to be cheated because I have generated such karma. I may not know whom I have cheated, I may know. Whether I know or not, I must firmly believe by law of karma, this condition of cheating has come to me because I have done this. I must not do this anymore. After some time, the condition is removed. Nobody will cheat you.
So don't let the loop continue. You can't
Break
be
the loop.
like
Yes. So,
tit for tat
no,
should
be
not
very
happen.
careful. I will not cheat anybody now. I am being cheated. I am being pressurized, mentally dominated. Why? Maybe I don't remember whom I dominated. I remember. In both cases, from now on, I will not dominate anyone. I be very careful. After some time, the condition is removed. Nobody can dominate you because you don't have karma to be dominated. I am being misled when I did this to others. Without it, it will not happen. So you have to have firm conviction about golden rule.
Sir, how do you help some youngsters understand this theory who don't believe in multiple lives, who don't believe in previous birth or future life after death?
You see, let them not believe, let them do what is right now only.
This is
Yeah.
applicable.
If you
even-
don't take right diet, you get affected, isn't it? Cause and effect, physical level, at least you understand. Yeah. Now understand. Now I tell you very very simple thing, physical, not spiritual. You are on Mother Earth. You are getting oxygen from Earth. Mother Earth is taking you one round every day. What are you doing for Mother Earth?
Hmm.
You have an obligation to do something back
Firstly,
to
do
the
we think-
parents, to Mother Earth,
do
to
we
solar
think
god,
like that?
sun. He is providing energy.
What are you giving back? So
Yes.
you're taking, what are you giving?
What are you giving?
Okay.
You have to give something for back. So you have to definitely work towards planetary spiritual evolution. You must try to find out what is the requirement of this earth, what is the requirement of the solar system. Why? What is the requirement of a human? Why I am being supported?
Do you think in the do you think in their teenage people are like so empathetic? Do they have the time or the they say no young blood?
Yeah,
People
it is
have
good,
always-
but we have to direct it. That's why in the schools, super Vinasana is required. Forgiveness sadhana is required.
Hmm.
We must teach gratitude to everybody by practicing gratitude.
From school only.
Yes. Parents must show gratitude and the children will learn gratitude. You cannot teach by lecture. You have to teach by action.
You have to walk the talk.
Yes. So we have to understand this pranamaya kosha. You understand everything. You see, when you go to college, a science subject is, math subject is there. Yeah. They say the syllabus is to be covered. What?
Syllabus to be covered.
So I say that we uncover the pranamaya kosha and energy healing. We are not covering, we are uncovering the doubts about pranamaya kosha and energy healing. And world is yours.
Hmm.
Sky
That's
is
like-
not the limit.
That's like the sun coming into a dark
Yes,
room.
yes.
Then
Done.
the darkness vanishes
Yes,
automatically.
yes. It's a matter of time. So I request all people to learn Yoga Prana Vidya, level 1, level 2, level 3. Before that, they want to try one of the online sessions, 7:15 a.m., 1 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. If they have a situation, sit for group healing session at 10 a.m. These are all available in Facebook, YouTube, all whatever ways. You can find out from our
YPV.
website. Yeah, YP website. And learn it and see the difference. If nothing, YPV Sadhana app download, multiple languages available. Practice breathing and forgiveness first. And do a simple exercise and do the meditation. All these things are audio guided tracks. Then if you want further, come to us. If somebody is having a serious situation, get on to any of our healers
Mhm.
and plan for healing camps and come to ashram. We will help you. And we will empower you so that you help others.
So now, since you've done some deep exploration and Chintan,
Yeah.
I have some fun round for you, which is a rapid fire round,
Okay.
which will also help people to understand
Yes.
the tools of the spiritual world and the scientific world, which is coexisting well.
Okay.
Sir, healing or awakening?
Healing is awakening. Yeah? Healing
Yeah.
awakens you to the higher dimension.
How?
Because your consciousness lifts up. So here I will tell you, very simple. Our consciousness is in the lower.
Mm-hmm.
Your consciousness must be shifted to higher. So, in Mandukya Upanishad, there are considered 4 aspects of you. One is your consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
And this consciousness is there in the mind, including the mental, emotional, etheric, physical bodies. So there's one thing called consciousness, there's one thing called mind.
Yes.
And this consciousness is beyond mind. When you take it
Yes.
to crown,
Yes.
that's the experience of Satyuga.
Mm.
That I told.
Mm.
So consciousness is in buddhi. So consciousness can be here, consciousness can be there, partly here, partly there, or more there, less here. So there is a consciousness, there is mind, there is buddhi. Who is the one who is having this buddhi, consciousness? Is the soul. There are 4 aspects. You, the soul, have consciousness, and this consciousness can be in mind, beyond mind in buddhi, or get back to the source. So, healing or awakening, the healing helps you to raise a consciousness and awaken you.
Beautiful. Next, energy or emotion?
Higher emotion. Use energy to come to higher emotion.
Karma or free will?
Use your free will and modify your karma. Future is dynamic.
So both are different theories.
Same theory, what example? For example, you are born to your parents. Understand? That you are already born. That was your destiny
Karma.
based on karma. But what you do after being born is your free will.
Free will.
So both are simultaneously operating on us. So sometimes the destiny ensures that you are in a tight condition. Sometimes it is not so tight condition. So at some time you have difficulty in using your free will, but at some time you have more freedom to use free will. Use free will as much and modify your destiny. Future is in your hand.
Sir, when it comes to karma, it is always a very debatable topic. I'm sure many of them have come to you.
Yeah.
Like, why is that some person is born in a rich family, one is born with eyes, one is probably not
That is
born.
to do with their previous. When you are born, that is to do with destiny. What you are born with is destiny. What you make it is your free will.
But some say, let's say if it is birth deformative or something,
Yeah.
it is just biology, anatomy.
Yes.
But how do we understand somebody born in a royal family or somebody born in a poor family and they're not ready to believe this karma, life after death, before death? What is your answer to them?
All manifestation is subject to law of karma. Law of cause and effect. Law of entitlement. You can put it in different words. As you sow, you reap. And you come in every life with a certain plan. You may achieve it, may not achieve it, you may do better. Depend on how you use your free will.
But what is your answer to somebody who doesn't buy any of these theories, sir?
Yeah. Let him not. If he is doing good to others, good will happen to him.
Just leave it at that.
Yes.
For this
if somebody
Janam,
is doing
whatever
good
you say.
service, may not be spiritual, may not be practicing anything, yeah, helping many people lives, he is generating good karma.
Right.
And the direction is somebody may be rich, and if he is not maintaining his good karma, he will become poor. Have you not seen many people? And similarly, somebody poor, because of their entitlement, they slowly are going in direction of richness. So they are moving from one direction to other direction. Law of extremes.
How to maintain good karma is our next sub question.
Follow golden rule. Very
Don't
simple.
do things to others that which you don't want.
Yes. Very simple. As you sow, you reap. You cannot escape from it. You can only modify the negative aspect by doing good karma again.
But here, where do you think astrology all your home, Havan and all comes to play, because they say, no, to some extent, these are some effects which can kind of reduce your karma.
That is called manipulation of energy again, isn't it?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you manipulation of energy, you do it. So they will help, definitely. But you must know how it is helping. You must know that you have to generate good karma always. You may do any practices, but you have to generate good karma.
There is no shortcut for
No
that.
shortcut.
These are all your painkillers.
Yes, your main thing, handle karma directly. Use opportunity and time. And healing a person generates greatest karma. Generating healers is a greater karma. Understand?
Now, what karma am I getting, sir? Talking to one.
You learn and see the difference. You have to experiment. You have to validate.
Yes,
And
yes,
once there's a saying, once you know that this is substantially good for good, you have a duty and a responsibility to propagate.
yes.
That's what is humanity.
It's not like we know that, oh, this is good. You can't be selfish to keep it to yourself.
Yes, you have to propagate it. Once you know that is really good, you must propagate. And that's why our system gets propagated by word of mouth more. We empower people who come to us.
Lovely. Stillness or movement?
Huh?
Stillness or movement?
Gap between two movements is stillness.
And
For
then-
example, the manifestation is inhalation and exhalation.
Deep.
You inhale, you come back to the source. Now there is stillness. Now you expand, exhale. This is movement. At the end of movement you hold, what's going to happen? Inhale, you come to the stillness. That's why Yogi Patanjali has said, in doing your rhythmic breathing, meditate after exhalation. What?
Meditate after exhalation.
To get into samadhi, oneness. So you have gone extreme. Hold there now. What's going to happen now? Movement is stopped. It will come back here. So exhalation is manifestation. Inhalation is oneness.
Wow.
So between the movements is stillness. In stillness you know who you are.
Beautiful. Now, since we got the manifestation talking to the world who is now very vocal about manifestation, visualization,
Yes.
thoughts, belief, action, and then whatever. So, do you think we are manifesting it the right way? Have we understood manifestation rightly?
Energy follows thought. A thought repeatedly held with certainty will manifest physically, good or bad.
So, where the thought goes, energy comes.
Yes, and your thought is persistent, it happens. A common man has so many thoughts, his energy is distributed in many thoughts, thousands of thoughts. A person who understands the importance of thought, gets rid of unwanted thoughts, he will make very few specific thoughts, targets. He puts energy in it and manifests them. And you increase your energy, your thought power is more stronger. Get rid of unnecessary thoughts. So this is a process of healing again and
Again.
purification.
And also, meditation is also
Yes,
doing the
everything.
same thing.
So these people who have big aura, few thoughts, they manifest great things.
And faster also.
Yes.
So you're saying if you have to manifest faster, you have to build a stronger aura. How to build a stronger aura is through meditation,
Yes.
through purification, through
Yes.
forgiveness, through breathing.
Make targets, prioritize. Put energy into it.
Don't shoot with 10
Yes.
targets with
Yes.
one gun.
3-4 important targets you must have. So a person with purpose will have targets. So what are the most important targets practically for the humanity? Number one target is financial target. Yeah, because you have karmic responsibilities. You must know what you have and what you want what you would like to have, what's the gap, how will you achieve it, by when are you achieve it. Target, there has to be date. Otherwise, lifelong people will only earn working for money. There has to be a
Oh.
date. 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. You should become financially independent by that date. Then you will work not for money, you will work what
For your passion.
you like, what is your
purpose.
passion. You have to come to that stage. If you don't make target, you will never come to that stage in lifetime.
You'll just get lost with the same
Same
grind.
thing, same.
Earn,
And
burn,
then
earn,
you will
burn.
never be satisfied with material comforts. Second target is what will you do with money if you don't have relationship. Second is relationship target. So you have to have target to resolve the difficult relationships. Also target to have to sustain good relationship. And you have to give timeline. And you have to give practice forgiveness sadhana for that. The third target is whichever field you are in, you must have a self-development target in that field. Along with health target. What's your health? What you want it to be a year later, 2 years later. Certain condition is there, it may not immediately happen. Like BMI is more. Like BP is there. You may give target, 6-month target. I'll bring to this level. In 9 months, I'll bring to this level. In 1 year, I'll come out of it. If you make target, all health conditions can be handled. And self-develop, any field, otherwise you'll be left behind. Even a healer has to get upgraded. A software engineer has to get upgraded. A lawyer has to get upgraded. Otherwise, they're left behind. They will not be relevant. Yeah? Then the final target, which has to go along with these targets, is spiritual target. You cannot think of that I'll get into spiritual target after retirement. Your body is not fit to do anything. You may at a given time give more importance to one target than the other. But that should not happen for lifelong.
Balance it.
Yeah, you have to balance all the targets. Then you will achieve everything. And you have to plan for it. So your discernment has to develop. Yeah, viveka, vichara, all those things has to develop. And you detach from unwanted purposes. That also is required to achieve success.
So that,
Otherwise, people will be mediocres.
well said. Silence or chanting?
Ultimate goal of everything is to come into silence. Either chant or meditation. If you are not been able to come into silence, use chanting. Suitable to you.
What is chanting, sir? I mean, how to choose mantras? Is it
Guru,
just to be
Guru gives a mantra, for example. One of the most powerful, simple mantra is Om itself.
enough?
Yes, Om purifies, raises the vibration level. I told you, subtler. Since you raise into higher vibration level, it drops the disease energy, and higher vibration is proportional to higher energy. So it purifies and strengthens.
Only listening, or we should chant?
Or you do alternate chanting. You listen or you do on your own in mind. Between chants, you are getting tuned up. So 3 things are happening essentially. There are many things. Om improves the quality of energy, subtler. It makes it stronger energy. Energy is proportional to vibration. Om purifies, strengthens and tunes up. Om by itself is a great mantra. Along with Om, people use Om Namo Rama Om or Gayatri Mantra Om Bhurvasva. So you chant it for a purpose. Always mantras must be chanted for a purpose. You can keep on chanting, you may land in Kundalini syndrome, difficult conditions. You
What is
chant
Kundalini
specifically
syndrome?
for purifying and strengthening. Otherwise, inordinate rise of the energy up without purification can land into syndromes. Mantras must be chanted with proper understanding and purpose. Yeah. So one of the things what Ramana Maharshi has said in one of the Upasesha Saram slokas. Kaya Vang Mana. Kaya means body, Vang means
Tongue.
speech, Mana is mind. Karyam Uttamam. Whatever you do is good in this sequence. Puja, Japa, Chintanam, Kramat. So when you are in a situation, you invoke for the blessings of the divine supreme being, the teacher. Yeah,
Hmm?
that is Kaya. You are using your prayer. Huh? Vang, with your
Talk.
whispering or loudly or slowly or inside, you do japa. Om, chant, keep quiet, and again chant. Om Namo Rama Om, keep quiet. Depending on your religion, tradition, custom, whichever appears suitable word, use it. Yeah, Vang. So, first is prayer by the body or japa. The third is
Chintana.
Chintana, is dhyana. So in this sequence, the chanting is better than prayer. Puja.
Hmm.
Prayer is superseding prayer is japa. Superseding japa is dhyana. Ultimately, you have to come to dhyana. So when you are disturbed, you start with a prayer and do some chanting and go into meditation.
Hmm.
It is not that you keep chanting.
Got it. It's like the kindergarten.
Yeah.
Then you go to high
Yes,
school.
yes.
Then
You want to get into car, na? You
Okay.
get out of the house,
Hmm.
walk little, get into and go there.
Amazing.
So you have to shift.
Thank you.
Nothing is wrong.
So science or spirituality?
Huh?
Science or spirituality?
The spirituality includes the science, physical science.
Hmm.
The 7 planes I told. From physical, emotional, mental, intuitional, atmika, anupadaka, where avyakta is there, purusha, higher. There are even higher, anyway, these 7. Then the physical has 7 sublayers. The science is at 4th sublayer of 7 layers of physical body, physical world, physical science. The spirituality is there 7 by 7 layers, 49.
Hmm.
Science is 4 by 49 now.
Hmm.
So science, physical science is part of spirituality.
Well said. Intuition or logic?
Balance. The intuition is beyond logic. You have to balance logic and intuition. Being practical while being intuitive. Right and left brain. Balance.
Purpose or peace?
Purpose of peace, a deeper peace, is to get enlightened, liberated.
So peace. A healer's heart or healer's discipline?
Healer, heart is always important. Discipline, of course, is good, but heart is more important.
Upanishad or Patanjali?
Actually, we can say Upanishad.
Why?
All that Patanjali said is there in Upanishads. And Patanjali is very specific. Upanishads cover wide range.
Got
And
it.
Bhagavad Gita is also one of the Upanishads.
Right.
Can be considered so.
How should today's youngsters look at Upanishads? Because Veda, Upanishads, sunte hi, they are like, oh, all heavy topics for laters, not for now.
You see, they are very specific, clear statements in Upanishads. But to understand them, you have to look into other Upanishads.
Like,
Like Mandukya Upanishad says, you are Saptanga. That means 7 levels he is talking about. Now you have to investigate what is Saptanga. This Upanishad does not talk about what is 7 planes. You have to find out from elsewhere. Saptanga, Eko na Vimshati Mukha. 19 mouths. 19 aspects you are. 7 levels, 19 aspects. Physical to Adi, I have told 7 levels. So it is not written there. It is just said, you are Eko na Vamshati Mukha Saptanga. Now, what are these Eko na Vamshati Mukha? You have to find elsewhere. And you will find that 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, yeah, organs of action, yeah. You know 5 senses, 5 organs of action, including your hands, legs, mouth, excretion, procreation. Understand? Third is Pancha Pranas. What are these Pancha Pranas? He doesn't talk about. You have to find out. You have to go to Prashna Upanishad elsewhere. So it's a very vast way. And then 4 aspects of you, which are told. Mind, Buddhi, Atma, consciousness. These are 19. So we all have 19 mukha, 7 levels. Yeah, this is a part of the Parabrahmana called Vishwanara. That is Virat. That one, you are part of him only, not separate. So when you say this one statement, your Ekona Vamshitimukha Saptanga, in the physical plane manifesting here. Now it is you can write Saptanga, Sevananga, 19 mouths. So now you have to understand each Pancha Pranas. Now it is not one prana. 5 pranas, you have to go to Prashna Upanishad, this Upanishad, that Upanishad, no to the 5 pranas. Now you may ask, what are the 5 pranas? You inhale and exhale, you are drawing prana. It is air prana, sun prana, other prana, all prana, you are drawing. That is Vayu Tattva. And what you inhale, again you use some of the energy to exhale. Throw the used up energy, toxins, excretion, sweat.
Carbon dioxide.
Whatever. What energy you uses to throw is more of earth element, that is called apana. There is one prana, there is one apana. But if you only inhale and exhale, you are also consuming prana for some purpose of digestion, assimilation, spreading in the body. That is the Agni element, fire element, that is called samana. So we have 3 pranas mainly. Prana, apana, samana. Now the question comes, who is the one who is breathing? I am breathing.
Yeah.
So I am breathing. Prana is already there. If I stop breathing, nothing will go into me. The body is dead. So the one who is breathing, your manifestation happens in your heart energy center, into physical heart, cave of the heart. And from there, that particular manifested you go into every part of the body through 100 meridians. Down 1 meridian, up. Each of the 101 meridians have 100 submeridians. And each of the submeridians have 70,000 meridians.
Naranadi.
So you have 72 crore meridians through which you are flowing. That's why I am moving my finger. I am able to breathe. I am able to talk.
Immediately.
I am manifesting. And this is prana, by which I am existing and drawing the energy, throwing the energy, assimilating, using prana. This prana which helps me draw prana is called Vyana. It's a water element. It goes to every meridian. So you see, human being, no replication in these 72 crore meridians. And then your body sleeps, you go to emotional plane, mental plane. You leave the body, you transit from physical world into emotional world, what we call death. You are meditating, you go into Sushupti, you go into Buddhic plane, you go upper. What takes you from one level to higher level is called Udana. That's where the divine energy comes down. So these are Panchapranas. So one sloka, they have written these 2 slokas, and you have to search.
It's like solving a puzzle.
Yeah, you solve this puzzle, again another puzzle comes. Panchakoshas, again another puzzle. Energy body and physical body are molded to each other. Traitya Upanishad, it is there. Yeah, Prashna Upanishad, this question and answer session will make you understand these pranas.
Is there a book to simplify all of this to
That's why
Gen Zs like youngsters?
Yeah, very difficult. That's why whatever written is on Om, the 3 aspects of Jagrut, Sapna, Sushupti and beyond is Mandika Upanishad, only 12 slokas. So I given a lot of comment and discourses on that. And I had to go to other Upanishads to get this information which I am talking about. And then other Upanishads have written one more handout. including this Katha Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, and other Upanishads, including Mahavakyas.
Mhm.
I am Brahman, or what? I am Atma Brahman. Aham Brahmasvi. Consciousness is Brahman. Prajnanam is Brahman. And who you are, the teacher tells you are that Tattvamasi. That means you are Avyakt. You are not this manifested. You are unmanifested Tattvamasi. These are 4 Mahavakyas. So all these things we have made already presentations and all, but in future we will release them as small booklets. Like we have released that discourses on spiritual heritage of mankind.
Mm.
The articles which I wrote during pandemic in Free Press is available. This also we will release. So what I am telling Upanishads is it is all connecting everything. Then Bhagavad Gita also is a Upanishad. It talks about all meditations. All the meditation which we talk about are there in Bhagavad Gita. And very important thing, 18 chapters. Every chapter is yoga. Means every chapter, even if you understand one chapter, you can achieve union with your higher soul. And beyond that, to nirvana. Every chapter is a method of union with your higher.
What's one chapter that every human soul should understand?
Any chapter they can understand based on preference. One is chapter number 6 is Atma Samyama Yoga. But
Atma Samyama Yoga.
or Adhyatma Yoga, Adi Atma, going to Paramatma.
Mm-hmm.
Or Dhyana Yoga. All this things is chapter 6.
Adi Atma, Adhyatma.
Adi Atma means first Atma is Paramatma.
So
Achieve
connecting
Nirvana.
to that Adi Atma itself is then part to spirituality, is it?
Yes, it's a path to going to spirit. Spirit is spirituality. Going to Paramatma, Paramatma is spirit is going to spirit is spirituality. In any system, ultimately, so each chapter of Bhagavad Gita is a means of achieving union with your higher and further go next level. So that is possible by dhyana. Dhyana is awareness. Now I'll make a difference here. So hard I've been talking about rhythmic yogic breathing. You regulate, come to higher emotion, generate your will. After you have achieved it, observe your breathing, that is dhyana. Observe your inner state, not outer. That is jnana. From dhyana to jnana. Having achieved knowing your inner nature, you perform what is right. That is karma. Knowing your true nature is bhakti. So karma, jnana, bhakti, dhyana, all are integrated from dhyana. So be aware of your breathing is meditation. Regulating your breathing is controlling your involuntary system. You're controlling your immune system. Regulating your life. Then only after that you come into state of observing your breathing, though without control. Slowly you move to your inner thoughts and feelings. That is the real jnana, knowing yourself inside. And then comes buddhi, because you come to intentional plane. Yes, and their bhakti.
So interconnected. And
so one chapter by which all this interconnected is there.
It's like onion layers,
Yes,
which is getting
once
peeled.
that's why when Jnana Yoga was started by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, Arjuna said, if I can achieve union with Jnana, let me do it. Why you want me to do karma? Then Krishna said, a Jnani will do better karma than only karma yogi. Because he knows what is right to be done. And in the 3 worlds, I have nothing to learn. Yet, because I have embodied into this incarnation,
I'm
I do
doing
karma.
my karma. Yep.
I do karma.
If Krishna only can do karma,
Yes,
who
so
are
it
we?
is. So somebody can say, all manifested universe is subject to karma. Yeah, but here is the 3rd verse of Upadesha Sara of Ramana Maharshi. Ishwar Arpitam, Nechaye Kritam, surrendering to God your actions. Chitta Shodhakam, Chitta is your consciousness purified from mind attributes.
Mm-hmm.
Chitta Shuddha. Chitta actually is your consciousness, inward lower nature. That purification take place for your chitta. Mukti sadhakam, that will liberate you. So you cannot escape from karma. So you heal, that is nishkama karma, because you are trying to help another soul. You do planetary peace meditation in nishkama karma. Yeah. So people ask, what is nishkama karma? I am blessing the earth, not only for myself but also for entire earth, with peace, love,
Niswartha,
forgiveness. Yes.
without
Yeah, nishka, that is
selfless.
Ishvara arpitam, na ichchaye kritam, not for self. Chitta shodhakam, your consciousness gets released from the mind stuff. Mukti sadhakam. So this is method of liberation. So
These are
you
the
understand
gems,
all these things are there in Bhagavad Gita
These
also.
are the gems in Bhagavad Gita.
Also, yes. Every chapter. So let us not look into life negatively.
Mm-hmm.
Let us look into situations, what I must do, for which you have to have discernment.
Mm.
And you can take guidance. A group is very important to come into calmness very fast.
Very well said. Now I think last one is past life or present karma.
Present karma.
Why do you say that?
Because future is in your hand.
Miracles or methods?
Methods.
Again, why?
Because methods will create what is required.
Mm-hmm.
It may be miracle or it may not be. Right methods have to be adapted.
Amazing. Lovely, sir. Thank you so much for giving us a foundational understanding. And I think few areas we've just dug deep, and
Yes.
we will basically keep these learnings, practice, and evolve.
Yes.
I think next time, if given an opportunity, we should definitely explore all these quantum field theory, vibrational medicine,
Yes.
bioenergies, and probably neuroplasticity and meditation, how it is connected. And
All are connected
yeah, right.
and all are important.
Mm-hmm. So, what does it mean if somebody is asking becoming supernatural?
You see, natural is manifested. Supernatural is beyond manifestation.
Mm-hmm. So, what does it
You
mean?
have to
for
work
us
towards
now?
understanding beyond manifestation. So there are few things which are eternal. The Parabrahman in the top plane is there whether manifestation is there or not there. From whom comes Prakriti and Purusha, unmanifest, Moola Prakriti, dark matter, Purusha, light. So the three things are there eternal. Parabrahman, from him comes Moola Prakriti and Purusha. And both combine together below to form the manifested universes.
So, Prakriti and Purusha, is it light and black hole?
Darkness. Yes, you see, it is
Can-
like matter and light, you can say. What?
Is black hole and
Black hole means it is
it
root matter. What is called?
root matter?
Root matter. And light.
So, that black hole itself is Prakriti.
Yes, Prakriti. In real Prakriti, it is not manifest. It is not seen. So, when both come together, is called Srishti, Kshetra. So, this Srishti is not Prakriti. Prakriti and light. Prakriti and Purusha, both are combined. In the lower levels, it is more of Prakriti, less of Purusha. At the subtler level, it is more of Purusha and less of Prakriti. So, as you rise up, you experience Purusha.
Is this why they say जाते जाते ईश्वर के चरणों में?
Yeah,
क्योंकि
you see, you will understand more of Purusha. So, you, the soul, is coming from Purusha, but you are manifested into this world. So, Prakriti and Purusha is called Kshetra. Yeah, you have an aspect of Purusha in this manifested world, and Kshetrajna is one who knows all this and manipulates all this, Parabrahma.
very deep, sir.
Yeah, this is so. It is all these things are there, and there is a purpose for manifestation. Now, why we cannot really love God or understand God is because we are not able to understand, comprehend kind of effort and energy and time has gone in to create one earth, for example, manifestation, when which you were given opportunity to come into this manifested world for your evolution. The amount of energy, effort, time involved, if you understand, you will love God. So simply people say, I love God. You don't understand what He has done. What is this creation? How it came about? Where it goes?
One
Why
line,
it is transient world is created. There's a purpose for the growth of the soul.
one line for people who don't believe in God.
Do good to your full capacity.
Whether
Yeah.
you believe or not, it's different,
Yeah.
but you do your good.
Yes, you are good. Dharma. Dharma will protect you.
So some people say, no, there was something that came on my body.
It
Kuch
can
aa gaya.
happen. Anything
Is
can
it
happen.
true?
When you go in the world, both positive and negative, both are around you.
So the energy world, even negative energies
Yes,
and
both are
positive
there.
both are.
You are subject to both of them. Thus, you must know how to handle these energies
Why are some energies negative?
based on the thought.
Their intention.
Yes,
Intention is energy. Thought
that,
is energy.
that converts.
So if I have good thoughts, I'm good energy.
Yes,
If I'm
good
good
thought,
person,
the
good
energy
vibe.
go in good direction. Energy is neutral. What?
Neutral. Same. Like
Yeah,
neutral can either be white or it can
yeah,
also
you
be
can
black.
use. Yes,
Amazing.
energy is energy.
Amazing, sir. You're an ocean yourself. So how was Just Curious India for you?
You see, we want everybody to come to higher emotion, know their needs, address their needs, differentiate between needs and wants. Then the life will be easy. Needs are few, which are necessary. Wants are many. Put your energy towards addressing your own needs and the needs of the people around you, whether it's parents or family members or your friends. If you go behind wants for yourself or others, you will never succeed. You will never achieve the financial target.
Like they say, success is when deep down also you're peaceful.
Yes, you have to ultimately, success is if you are able to maintain your peace, and it cannot happen that you waste time and be peaceful. You have to use your capability and time optimally. That makes you peaceful.
Amazing, sir. Until next time, continue to heal life, continue to enlighten lives.
Yes.
And it was lovely.
Atma Namaste, I request all use YPV Sadhana app. Learn YPV up to level 3 and see the difference. It's not very big investment to do it in terms of time or money. It is very easy to do it. Do it and empower people and bring peace on earth.
Empower yourself.
Yes. So first level, work to bring peace into yourself and maintain it. Work to bring peace into people around you. Yeah. If you achieve this, the peace will come on earth. Thank
Amazing.
you. Atma
Thank you, sir.
Atma Namaste.
I guess today's episode was such an eye-opener into the world of energies, into world of understanding ourselves, the body, the emotion, the mind, and the purpose, and all of it. So do let us know how you liked today's episode in the comment section. And sir, it is a habit or it's a tradition of ours to ask our guests to nominate 3 guests to bring them on, for us to bring on Just Curious India. So which are 3 guests that you would like to nominate for us to get them on Just Curious India?
We have not thought over it. You get other profound spiritual practitioners and healers.
Who
Get
have-
healers.
Who has touched you? Like any names that you can think of?
You can pick up any of our senior healers. Or we have about 10 Arhat trainers. Yeah. And 25 soul trainers.
Soul trainers.
Yes.
Ara trainers, soul trainers, and senior healers.
And others. So we have 10 Arhat trainers. Yeah.
Who's
So
a
they are
soul
listed
trainer?
in our YPV
Sure. Well, I will
site.
choose.
You bring any of the other trainers of connected to YPV system and interview them. Then next you have 25 soul trainers. So you are asking for 3.
I've given you 35.
Yeah.
Who are these soul trainers? Name is very
who teach
interesting.
the technology of spiritual technology.
Spiritual technology.
Yes, soul trainers are the ones. You know Nachiketa story in Katha Upanishad. He went to Yamadharmaraj and waited for him for 3 days. And he did not sleep and eat anything because Yamadharmaraj was not there. So Yamadharmaraj offered 3 boons
Mm.
to this young boy. The first boon, he said, make my relationship with my father normal. He said, Tadastu, his energy body is very strong. He said, what is this fire ritual? Actual ritual of purification. Yeah. Urge to know and purify and urge to practice. And what is to be removed? How to be removed? Offering to Agni or burning it or erasing it. This technique what Yamadharma taught him. His second boon. Third boon, Nachiketa asked, what happens after death? Yamadharma said, even devas in the higher realms are not interested in knowing this. Why you want to know? Instead of offer you wealth. He said, I don't want wealth. It is transient. Then he said, I'll give you power. Transient. I'll make you the king of entire earth, Chakravarti, and give all wealth to you. And plus the comfort which devas get in the Swarga, I'll give it to you on physical plane, earth. All this I give you, don't ask this question. Then Nachiketa says, I don't pressurize for this third boon. Whatever you have given is more than enough. If you don't want to tell me what happens after death, it is fine. So Yamadharmaraj feels challenged. He says, now you have so much charge to know, I'll let you know. So that teaching is that nobody dies. You transit from one vehicle to other vehicle.
That's what Gita
Process of
also says.
evolution up to what happens, complete Katha Upanishad is that. So that teaching we will give in Achieving Union with Atma. Those trainers we have 26 or 27, I said 25.
They are soul trainers.
They are soul trainers. And the integrated meditations including Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Hatha Yoga, all integrated teaching of yogic system to become a Paramhamsa is Arhat Yoga. They are our senior most trainers.
Wow.
So we have 10 of them, yeah,
35 of them. So
and 25 of them you can interview them.
amazing,
Thank
sir. You know, talking to you, the questions never end.
Yes.
Though I'm very curious about asking you on Kundalini and all of that, I'm going to hold myself because I know that
Yes.
we're going to have more podcasts in the days to come. Podcasts in the days to come. So, wish you the best. Continue healing, sir. And thank you
Thank you.
again.
All the best. May you get the right direction for your upliftment and you be successful.
Thank you for your blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, I have a sweet treat for you. That is a box from Polar Bear. Are you an ice
Oh.
cream fan? This is a Sunday Zone, Sunday Love from Polar Bear.
Thank you, Atma. We will share with the people, all of you, let us.
So, how many books have you written? Apart
Actually,
from Bhagavad
there are
Gita?
10 books in line.
Mhm.
This is the second one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Buddhism is going to get third one.
Mhm.
I'll give the inner teaching of the gurus.
Sure.
It will be totally different if you read
So,
any chapter.
I also have one book to give you, sir.
Yeah.
This is by one of the awakened soul who was here on our show called Atman in Ravi. So he's written a book called A to Z of Karma. This is for you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Wow. So I guess, I mean, my favorite line for today is where the thought goes, energy goes. So thought is the currency, thought is the seed, you know, that one has to handle it very carefully. So make that thought, make that seed your power, and may you reap what you sow. And after today, I think the way we think, I think we'll be very scared to think because thought has a lot of power. Use it carefully. Until next time, this is your RJ turned podcaster, Rapid Rashmi from Bangalore, signing out. I don't know, people watching us from Telangana, Andhra, Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, I don't know which part of the world you're watching us. Thanks to internet and thanks to our curiosity that is connecting us here. And take care. Until next time. Sir,
Atma Namaste.
Atma Namaste. I have a sub question. Why Atma Namaste?
I salute the divinity in you.
Oh,
Recognize and respect the divinity in you.
thank you, sir.
We are
Atma
children of
Namaste.
God, children of Most High.
So, yes, Atma Namaste to
Atma
you
Namaste.
too. Thank you.